Jess, I want to stick on basketball there for a second. You mentioned the women's team. Coach Williams has them at 8-0. Coach Royberg has his team at 8-0. As you kind of look at their respective seasons, is one start more surprising to you than the other, or did you see this type of start on the table for both?
I think knowing, as kind of told along the way a little bit, the delayed health of Natalie Potts. And so knowing that she probably was not going to be available and just how good she has been, I think we'll continue to see once they match up against some of these Big Ten teams. They go on the road on Saturday against Penn State, and so I think we'll see how they match up. But I am just you knew Brit Prince was special, but I just think you're seeing even another level. And sometimes you can see a little bit of a sophomore slump, but I think she is just has been fantastic, and how she is managing what her responsibility is. I think last year when she came in as a freshman, she obviously had a lot of hype and was very, very good. And there's a lot of expectations with her, but I do think she is a player that probably naturally likes to defer. And so it took her maybe a little bit to settle into, no, we need you to go get baskets. We need you to get buckets. And I think she's really embraced that and recognizes when she needs to take over games. But I think knowing the potential of Natalie Potts' health and the way that they have moved on and next man up, next woman up, and have been able to utilize so many different players. Not that I'm surprised, but I think it's been really, really impressive. And I think Coach Williams continues to show why she is such a good coach, and the way that they finished last year and then picking up this year. But I think with the men, and they had some tough games in the beginning of the schedule. Maybe people thought that they would have dropped one by now, one or two. But, I think both teams are really impressive. And I think they're the women, depending on the outcome of this weekend, I think they both should be in the top 25. And I don't think that's going anywhere. I think that both those teams are going to continue to win games and be right there in that conversation of being in the top 25 conversation.
All right, on the heels of that, I'll get you out of here on this. I think you were on the call this weekend again for men's basketball, and they got a big one on Saturday. Is it Saturday?
Sunday.
A little bit of the roles reversed, though, where Nebraska is the team that's on kind of the cusp of being on the top 25. Creighton is kind of feeling their way along, but appears to, maybe be getting better. How do you kind of see this one shaking out in terms of its level of importance? We know the intensity locally. What do you think it may mean potentially nationally, especially in the Big Ten Conference, where Purdue, Michigan State may be three of the best four teams in the country?
Yeah, and Coach Hoiberg has made a huge emphasis. Like, I don't know if I've had a conversation with him over the last year that he has not mentioned that they have got to protect home court. Like that, they took a lot of pride in a couple years ago. The only loss that they had on the home court was to Creighton. And so I know that they want to go undefeated, and inside PBA, they want to protect the home floor. And especially when you go looking to that point right there, when you travel and it is hard to beat teams on their home floor, you've got to protect the home court. So I think there's a layer to it there outside of the team, is that they want to make sure that they are not dropping any at home where they do have the absolute advantage. But yeah, I mean, depending on, I expect Creighton to be right there like they are every single year. And so when you talk about a committee going back, which in the Big Ten, I don't think it's as important. I mean, yeah, you want to make sure you don't have bad losses, but I don't think Creighton would be a bad loss by any means. But you could almost go about 500 in the Big Ten if you have taken care of business in your pre-conference schedule.
Can you imagine finishing in the middle of the pack in the Big Ten?
Teams make it.
Have a losing record.
Yeah, I mean, and that those teams still make the NCAA tournament. So it's almost like, so if you look at that and you go 50-50 and you protect home court and then you drop them on the road, then you're still getting into the NCAA tournament. So I think it's a chance to get a good win on your record, protect the home court, but then it's a rivalry game. And they didn't play very well the last time they were out. And Coach Hoiberg was heated about it. And so I think we'll see how they respond. But it's going to be fun to see Rink Mass back in this matchup. Connor Essegian played a heck of a game against Creighton last year, so they're going to miss him. But guys like Price Samford, this is his first time playing in this matchup. So I think it's going to be fun, and I think PBA is going to be absolutely rocking.
With as many threes as Trout and some of their versatility in the front court, this is a fantastic tactical matchup with how both these teams play.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And just the chess match. And I think it's going to be a really, really great basketball game. I hope it's a great basketball game.
You and me both, Jess. Appreciate the time as always. Great stuff. We asked you about things other than football.
Yeah.
I got you.
Good job.
I try my best, trying to
how you get people to like you. That's fine.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I don't know if anybody does. So I'm still waiting to find out. Jess, appreciate the time as always. We'll talk.
Thank you for the decorations.
Thanks, Jess.
I think that was Rico.
Thanks, Rico. Bye, Shane.
I was waiting for it.
You need to be nicer to Shane.